Welcome to another episode, everyone, and this is part 2 of She Revealed His Secrets and Paid with Her Life. Of course, we're talking again about Jane Warfield, and when we left off, we were talking about the fact that she's dead now, that she got online, did a Facebook Live, and had walked in on an individual that she had relations with before, years prior. Walked in on him with another man. She threatened to expose this if he did not pay her $5,000. He did not pay her $5,000 within 1 hour that she had said and demanded. And so she took to Facebook Live and exposed the fact that she had walked in and seen him in a compromising position with another man. She gave a picture of him, gave his name, and the video went viral. The next morning, she was killed. It was looking like the individual was guilty of it, who she had exposed, but now we're hearing that may not be the case. Let's continue.
And they had a very different story to tell. An update video was shared by some of her close friends shortly after her death. In this video, her friends were driving to the crash site and they were talking about what really happened. What they said was shocking.
Janae weighed him found the two kids. So then they got into it. And so the cousin Jamal was supposed to pay her for it. But first she posted a picture of the dude. She told Monica to get on the picture and comment. Monica said, no, I'm not getting in there. Long story short, the dude's not gay. That was made up.
Yeah, she made it up.
She was made up.
She told me like, damn.
Last night.
Oh my God, Lord Jesus.
Wait, what?
Wow. So that's her friends driving to the crash site. That's why her friend just said, damn, because she's looking at the car that we just looked at in part 1. Her Camaro, her yellow Camaro, that's, it wasn't totaled. It was crashed in the front. She had totaled another car. Go look at part 1 if you did not. The inside story with me here, Damian Porter. Welcome to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. This is crazy because now we have her friends pulling up to the crash site where she was pronounced dead at the hospital. And they're saying that she made up the whole story about this man being gay. But yet posted this picture and gave his real name, but made up the whole story, I guess, to get money out of him. So it says here, so Jane lied about these men being gay. Jane was really effing with the cousin, not Jamil. The cousin and her had got into it. He stopped effing with her and they had business. Jamil was supposed to pay her some money and did not. So she plotted to go online and post that they was gay. I'm going to send you this video. Can you please clear the air? This video is Janae Peoples talking about it, going to Janae accident. Please get back in contact with me. The response says, I already have that video and already am aware of the scoop of the tax situation. I just got busy and wasn't able to do the video, but you don't need to send me anything. I already have everything. Confirming the story. Wow, that's crazy. Whoa, let's read that again. So Jane lied about these men being gay. Now, remember, again, it'd be hard for some of you if you did not see part 1, but you'll see some more here of her going off, saying that she left her phone. She went to these individuals' house for business. She drove off, realized she left her phone, called the phone. She had another phone, apparently. She said she had another phone, some flip phone, and this and that. Right? She had 2 phones, but some people have 2 phones, but okay, whatever. So she had 2 phones. So she said the story was, it was a little funny anyway, but okay. So she said she drove off. She started calling the phone back. No one's answering, so she turned around, went back to the house, knocked on the door, whatever. No one answered. So she went in. The door was just open, she said. That's what she said in part one, that the door was just open, so she went in. Well, they're in there doing this stuff that they don't want no one to know that they're doing, but yet the door is just open so that someone like you can just walk in, see them, and expose it to the world. Okay. Well, but now that we know that the story apparently, allegedly was made up. Said that she walked in, saw them dudes doing whatever they were doing, and she asked for $5,000 or she was going to expose it. It says Jane was really effing with the cousin, not Jamil. She wasn't even messing with the dude she accused of being gay. The cousin and her got into it. They got into it. He stopped messing with her, and they had business. They still had business, even though he stopped messing with her in that sort of way because they had gotten into it. Jamil was supposed to pay her some money. That's the cousin, Jamil, the one she had accused of being gay, accused both of them of being gay, said that they were in there messing with each other and that they were cousins. Jamil was supposed to pay her some money and didn't. So she plotted to go online and post that they was gay. I'm going to send you this video. Can you please clear the air? This video is Janae Peoples talking about it going to Janae accident. Please get back in contact with me. So apparently they're basing this post and this message off of what we just heard from her friends that just pulled up to the crash site. And they just said, let's rewind it, that she made the whole story up. That's what her friends said. These are her friends. I would take it that maybe, they know a little bit about what's going on. Let's see.
And they were talking about what really happened. What they said was shocking.
Janae weighed him found the two kids. So then they got into it. And so the cousin Jamal was supposed to pay her for it. But first she posted the picture of the dude. She told Monica to get on the picture and comment. Monica said, no, I'm not getting in there. Long story short, the dude's not gay. That was made up.
Yeah, she made it up.
She was made up.
She told me like, damn.
Last night.
Oh my God, Lord Jesus.
Wait, what? Jane's own friends was...
Yeah, I don't know how much friends they are. The way she just said that, I mean, it could have been shocking to see the car crash. I'm not sure how remorseful or sympathetic. Damn, oh, Lord Jesus. I don't know if you'd be saying that if it was, your mother or something, you might be jumping out the car. Oh my God, crying and running over. The way she said it didn't seem all that sympathetic to me. But I could just be overthinking the whole thing. But okay, that's her friend saying she lied and made this whole thing up about these men being gay. So not only is she exposing something about them, allegedly, supposedly, she's telling a lie. She's going around calling these men, saying that she saw them doing something that they were not doing, and they're cousins. And she put it all online and it went viral. Because she was mad and got into it with one of them and supposed to get some money and didn't get the money and all this and made up the whole story. This is according to her friends, as we just heard.
Saying she'd made up the entire story? That Jamael wasn't gay? That there was no compromising situation? That it was all a lie? But why would Jane fabricate such an elaborate story? Why would she risk her life over something that wasn't even true? The answer would shake the very foundation of everything we thought we knew about this case. Multiple sources began coming forward, each telling the same shocking story. People who'd known Jane for years, who'd been close to the situation, who had receipts to prove what they were saying. One person who'd known Jane since way back posted publicly on a Facebook group dedicated to her memory. What he revealed was absolutely devastating. I have known Janie for years and had to cut ties with her in 2013. She really had a mental condition and needed help years. I would hear things she did, and every story just got worse. I knew something bad would happen to her one day. The real truth is she and Jamal's cousin did a tax scheme. She let him carry her children on his taxes. Anyone who knows you can't get along with her too long. She thought he already got the money back, but he didn't. So they got into an argument. He said he wasn't paying her ish. Then Jamal told her he would pay her since he plugged her in with the cousin, but only once he got the money from the taxes. No one has got tax money back that filed children. She demanded the money ASAP. Then she made up the whole story of catching them. It was all a lie. A tax scheme. That's what this was really about. Remember, this was February 2020, right when the pandemic was starting and tax refunds were getting massively delayed. When she demanded immediate payment and was refused, she decided to get her revenge by destroying Jamael's reputation with the most damaging lie she could think of. But wait, there's more. When sources started digging deeper into Jane's recent activities, they discovered something else that painted a very different picture of her final days. Jane hadn't just been beefing with Jamael. She'd been in multiple conflicts, had multiple enemies, and had been involved in several shooting incidents in the months before her death. In fact, there were other Facebook Live videos, ones that weren't widely shared, where Jane was calling out different people by name.
Imagine the little ass nigga, this little ass nigga Mario. Nigga, you pissy, broke, poor, pathetic, wannabe nigga. You. Or you little dusty ass bitch. I hate a whole broke down ass, nothing ass, leech ass nigga. Nothing worse than a leech ass, pissy ass motherfucking nigga. Does anybody know this? He's from off Medford. You're shooting at my motherfucking rental. You're so jealous.
This was a different guy entirely. Someone named Mario, who she claimed had been shooting at her rental car. Jane went on.
You're so mad. You're so mad. You're so mad. Trying to leech off me. He apparently thought that he was going to be my partner. Where? I know it's you. You need a motherfucking knock it off, Monkey Joe. The nigga who got busted is the same motherfucking nigga that used to come on Orchard that sent me out west. And I just know something that you just know. Like, I know this nigga put him up to it. I know he did. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. You sending crackheads to do a hit? What's up? God. Not on top of the other chain event that happened earlier. I'm not even going to discuss that. Gunshots and everything happened earlier. I don't know. There's been a whole bunch. Been a whole bunch recently. They hating on the kid. That's what I'm saying. It's a little town. I'm getting too big for this little town. That's okay.
Jane was admitting there had been other shooting incidents. Other people trying to hurt her.
Yeah, so she get into it with quite a few people then. And has a lot of smoke for those individuals. You know, she's aggressive with them. She already says, as we just heard, that other individuals have been shooting at her. I mean, probably about to be a cold twist to this because, again, the individual that everyone was pointing the finger at, Jamil, or whatever his name is, stayed free until he was killed 2.5 years later. He had never been arrested for this.
This wasn't just about Jamael. This woman had made multiple enemies. Now, think about this for a second. If you were going to analyze Jane's story about catching Jamael in the act, it actually starts to fall apart when you really examine it. She said she went to his uncle's house, not his house. She said she left, drove almost all the way to her tire shop, then came back for her phone. She was calling both phones repeatedly. Yet somehow these guys decided to start having sex with the door unlocked while knowing she might return. The timeline doesn't make sense. The logistics don't add up. And now we know from multiple sources that it was all fabricated. But here's what's really tragic about this whole situation. Whether Jane made up the story or not, whether it was about taxes or secrets, the fact remains that a mother lost her life. A woman who clearly had mental health struggles, who was desperate for money, who made some very poor decisions. She still didn't deserve to die for it. And the ripple effects? They were devastating. Her daughter's boyfriend was killed within a week of Jane's death. 2 families destroyed.
It's a lot going on. She had a daughter. Her daughter's boyfriend just got killed. And I'm just like, ooh, she got killed. Then within a week of her death, then her daughter's boyfriend gets killed. And her daughter's like she was younger. Her boyfriend is younger. So I'm like, is this, correlating?
Multiple lives lost over what appears to have been a tax fraud scheme gone wrong. As for Jamael Carter Sr., we'll never know for certain if he was the one who ordered Jane's death. Maybe he was. Maybe someone else in her long list of enemies finally had enough of her threats and doxing. But with his death in 2022, any chance of getting real answers died with him. What we do know is that Jane had a pattern, according to that Facebook post from someone who knew her. Now them trying to off her and chasing her may have happened because this girl will push you to the limits. Talk about your kids, your mama, your grandma, stalk your house, your job, everything. Print obituaries with your face on it. Jane would push people until they snapped. She was playing a dangerous game with dangerous people.
Yeah.
And on February the 17th, 2020, that game finally caught up with her. Jane's children are now left without a mother. They'll grow up knowing their mom died.
Yeah, that's the sad part. Now the kids don't have a mother. Many lives affected. Say, as we heard, that she had mental health problems. Perhaps she didn't get the help that she needed on time, was not on her medication. If she was prescribed medication, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. They said she had mental health problems. This perhaps could explain some of this. I don't know. Just going off of what they said. We've seen her, again, making other posts and coming at other individuals. Whatever happened, it ended horribly for her.
Because of decisions she made, conflicts she created, lies she told. That's the real tragedy here. So what can we learn from this story? That social media can be a weapon just as deadly as any gun. That lies have consequences.
Yeah.
That revenge and desperation can drive people to make choices that destroy everything.
Yep.
Jane Warfield's story isn't just a...
That's all very true. What she said. Social media is a weapon that many people use it as a weapon against people. Then they turn around and use real weapons. It happens all of the time. We see it all of the time. You have to be careful, clout chasing, looking for views and looking to go viral. She went viral, but it wasn't worth it, whatever ended up happening or however it happened or why ever, what happened was she died, not whatever happened. What happened was she died a horrible death. Ended up crashing, could have took someone else's life. Somehow the individual that she crashed into survived. Don't know how. Not only survived, just walked right away from the crash and his car was totaled. Worse than hers. But she already had 2 bullets in her head when she had crashed into him. And so even more lives could have been affected. She could have ran into 5 kids crossing the street. They said she ran a red light. Again, not her fault. I'm just saying how this stuff has a domino and a snowball effect. It's not just you that's affected. Yeah, if they do believe the police, being they, that Jamael, whatever the hell, caused her death, or hired someone or whatever, put a hit out on her, they were clearly never able to prove it because he died a free man until somebody walked up on him and killed him. Bad all around. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. So now we're finding out here in part 2 that they said she made the whole story up. That's a twist. Didn't see that one coming. This is her friends driving to the crash site talking about, damn, Jesus. Damn, Lord Jesus. Yeah, it's all bad. She got cooked. It's unfortunate. She lost her life. Someone tell them to get off social media talking about people for real. You see them doing something like that, you care about them, you better tell them, no, take that post down. Don't do that. Don't do that kind of stuff, man, for real. Not everyone can take it. Some people are willing to crash out, lose their life, take your life and whatever else to defend their reputation and name. You don't have to agree with it. You may say that I would never do that. I would never crash out over something like that. That is good. That is good for you. Kudos to you. That is not how everyone else feels. Let me know what you think in the comments. Rest in peace to that lady. Don't believe that she believed. I do not believe that she deserved to lose her life over it. But you just can't control the outcome of these situations, which is why you just want to stay out of these situations. Don't put yourself in them, because you can't control what someone else is going to do. You can't control the consequences to your actions. You can only control your actions. You cannot control the reactions to your actions. You just can't. You don't know how someone else is going to respond and react to what you're doing and saying. They may overreact, or what you consider to be an overreaction. Once they lose it, it can cost you your life over something that seems to be trivial, minute. To you, it may have been, but to the individual, it was not. Rest in peace. Stay safe and stay free, people.